Cordy, on Thanksgiving Day, I'm about a fifth and a pint into some Grey Goose.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. You can't come on here lying, man.
Now,
You
listen
can't
to me,
come over
bro.
here lying.
Bro,
If
I've
you
been
drank a
drinking.
fifth and a pint, you be dead right now,
No, I've been drinking all day, slow sipping all day since about
bro.
what time is it right now? It's 6:10. Dude, I've been drinking since I woke up at like 8:05.
A fifth and a pint
You heard what I said? A fifth, about a fifth and a pint in.
solo. No family members helping you.
No, a couple family members helped me.
Okay, then that's all I'm saying. It wasn't to your, it wasn't to the face. No,
No, no, no. With
bro.
a lemonade, man. With a little lemonade. I tell you what though, I miss we had the greens, man, with the smoked turkey in them, and it's not the same, brother. Don't let anybody tell y'all that smoked turkey the same is that fat back in there, dog. I really miss I don't eat pork no more, y'all. And I really miss the collard greens with that big piece of fat piece of pork in there, dog. It just sets the juice
With the
off.
ham hock.
Yes, with the ham hock, a nice thick piece of ham hock. Because what make it better for to get it twisted, they're good that first day. When they sit in that refrigerator and that juice hardens up, the
It turned
next day,
yellow.
and they turn
And
yellow, that next day you heat it up, bro.
the next day you heat it up, it's like the juices become like jello around it.
Yes,
And then when
yes.
you warm it up, it all melts. And
Smoke come off of it, bro. It's, I miss that,
okay,
man.
let me ask you this before we get into the difference between black and white Thanksgiving, before we get into Michigan State basketball, UN basketball, conversely, the Pistons losing to the Giants, and my favorite subject of the day, the world class Detroit Lions.
No, we're gonna start there. Let's start
No,
there
no, no,
right
no, no,
now.
no, no. You popped off the Thanksgiving, so we got to cover that first.
Okay.
So
Uh
let me ask you this off rip.
go.
What is your favorite? What is better to you? Second day greens or second day spaghetti?
Ooh. Oh God, that's tough, bro. Love both of them. Second day greens. I haven't had second day greens in oh my God, years. Second day greens, man. Second day
Is it the
greens.
nostalgia? Do you think, or is it just that's what you know?
You know what? I've had it in so long. So I do think there's a part of it is nostalgia. I do think that, but I just know what I used to do. The second day, I would get a plate of greens just as a course by itself. Just a plate, like one plate with a mountain of greens and some cornbread on the side. That would be my next day, like lunch. I would have that for lunch, dog. Just a plate of greens, heat it up, and with a side of cornbread. That would be my lunch for the next day. So I love next day spaghetti. Don't get it twisted. I love next day spaghetti. Back up. Do you put the sugar on top of the spaghetti? Because I do.
No, it gets made with sugar.
Okay. I do for the people. I like it made with sugar. Let's back up. Let me say this though, before I get started. Rome is an actual cook. It can cook. I can't cook a
I
lick.
don't know about that.
I
I'm
can
just better than all my friends. Actual cook, like I gotta get in the kitchen with some actual cooks. I don't know about that. I just know the average dude. I'm
I,
messing him up in the kitchen.
yeah,
The average
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
The
I can't
average
cook.
dude can't mess with me.
Yeah, I can't cook. But I'm gonna say second day greens, next day greens. I miss those. And you know what I miss too? I miss cooking the sausage first in the morning and then the grease from the pork sausage. You scramble the eggs up in that grease. Oh man, I miss that, bro. I miss that. I
So
miss
what?
that a lot.
So I don't want to get too sidetracked, but what made you give up the pork?
You know, in college, I had a roommate that was a Muslim, and me and him was really
Oh, you's a
vibing.
Muslim now.
No more dope game. Going straight to the mosque. Anyway, so he was a Muslim. He introduced me to some of the teachings. I was really vibing with him. And then when we got to Malcolm getting kicked out and the death of Malcolm, that's when me and him went our separate ways. And I'll admit I liked how I felt not eating pork. I don't know if and I just never went back. Let me say this though. I ate pork. So this was 91. This was 91 when I gave up pork. I want to say Memorial Day, like 96. my mother, we do a big barbecue. And my mother, oh my God, she makes this homemade barbecue sauce, bro. Oh my God, man. It's a little bit of Old English 800 beer in there. So, oh my God, man, it's incredible. I would take a loaf of bread and watch a basketball game and just dip the bread in the sauce, dude, and just watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
Would you would
That's
you
like,
would you get a little buzz?
yes, and a little buzz too. And so I get there real late. I get there super late. I get there like 9 o'clock at night. And so my mother goes, usually my family will cook me a steak because they know I don't eat pork. She was like, well, that steak is gone because, you didn't get here. The steak gone. That fucking, the sauce is smelling so good. I said, fuck that. Let me get a little bit of that pork rib. I ended up eating like a slab and a half. That
A
night,
slab and a half?
yep, like just, like 4 or 5 ribs, go back, 4 or 5 ribs, go back, 4 or 5 ribs, go back.
What a science at?
The sauce is so good, man. Oh my God. Anyway, dog, I'm in the bed at night. Like, I'm like, my feet are up in the air. My stomach, dog, it felt like my stomach was constricted. I was like this far from going to the emergency room for about 4 hours at night, bro. My stomach was doing, oh my God, it was the worst feeling. The worst feeling. So that was 96. That was the last time I had like real pork. That was the last, like, I think it was Memorial Day 96. Memorial Day,
96?
yeah,
I
Memorial Day
never
96.
knew this.
Yeah, Memorial Day 96. The last time I ate like a lot of pork. And I was, oh my God, I was fucked up, bro. That fucked me up.
I'm so happy you don't live next to us because them greens would have been sitting right there and they tempted.
No, I'm eating them
They
greens.
tempted.
If I see them greens, I'm eating them greens. That's not even a debate. Especially now, I'm eating them greens, man. You can just smell it
So,
though. The aroma from the ham hock. You could just smell it, bro. Like you could just smell it.
well, they got, the proper way to do it is overnight. You cook them
Yes,
overnight. That's the first thing you waking up to.
yes. That aroma hitting your
So,
nose, like, woo.
so you complete the fifth on answering this question, but
No.
how the hell do you give up the swine and you still date white women? We can move on. You don't have to answer that question. All the
That's
teachers I
why.
heard, all the
That,
teachers I heard,
that's
those
why.
go together. Those
Yeah.
all go out the door
And
together.
that's why I didn't convert to Islam. I can leave the pork alone, but the white woman, god damn, baby, can't do it. Can't do it.
So speaking of, as experience been that has been, I haven't been to too many because I just won't go, but I have been to a few white Thanksgivings, and in my experience, um, they have a way of doing things that is okay, and they make, I had a fried turkey once at a white Thanksgiving that
Ooh,
was amazing. Um, it's just with the sides, man. It's just, you
the
know,
seasoning. The seasoning is not the same, brother. It's
the,
not
the
the
I don't
seasoning is
know
not
if
the
this is
same.
typical, but the the lineup, the spread for the white Thanksgiving I went to was mashed potatoes, not stuffing,
Boo. No, that's
green
great.
bean
Or
casserole. Yep,
that is white people standard Thanksgiving. Yes,
will
yes.
not touch that. The gravy, and I've come to like the gravy, but the gravy was that Albie Shore gravy. I like I like Keith Sweat gravy. That's
You like
the
that dark. You
gravy
like
I'm
the
supposed to.
dark. You like the
Yes,
dark gravy.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. The white
Um,
Thanksgiving gravy is that light skin gravy. Yes, that's the standard.
Pumpkin pie, which that was the reason why I'm never going back. It's like I'm not doing no damn pumpkin pie. Not happening. Sweet potato pie is the best pie on the planet to me, and it's not even close.
It's definitely better. It's definitely better. I can eat pumpkin pie. I didn't adjust my mind to it. Sweet potato pie is way better. Way better. It's not close. It's not close.
So the pumpkin pie, and also this was it because I didn't know it was pumpkin pie till it got on my plate and I put it in my mouth, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? What? I
It's
just
not as
assumed.
sweet.
I'm like, oh yeah,
It's,
this got something. I got something. Like, no, no, it's not as sweet. It's tart.
it's not the same taste. It's not. It's not. No, it's not.
Again, fried turkey, and then corn. Not sweet corn, corn. Just
That's
corn
the typical white
and some
Thanksgiving.
rolls.
Let me ask you a question. Because in my experience, the white Thanksgiving food is done sooner than the black Thanksgiving. Was that your experience? Or was it done the same time?
No. They are dispersing. White Thanksgiving ain't no all night thing. That's the other
No,
thing. It's
no,
not no all day party. Grandma was in there like, yeah, okay, good job, everybody. We got it done. It's 3:30.
you ain't got to
Time for
go
everybody
home.
to go.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
ain't got to go home.
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that did it, man. Come on, dog. Now you take me back because man, we be at the Gwen house, man. That dinner ain't ready to 7:30. My dude. Like,
That's what I will
I
give.
had nothing. I had nothing all day. Ain't
You
nothing
wait.
open.
Right.
Man,
Nothing's open.
this
Nothing's
is
open
like
Thanksgiving.
1998.
Yeah,
Ain't
nothing's
nothing
open.
open in 1998 on Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's a wrap. Nothing. Maybe the
Oh
corner
God.
store.
Yeah, maybe a gas station. That's about it. Corner store ain't gonna be
Yeah.
open.
No, not the corner store. Yeah, you better have got that pint before you.
Yeah.
You better have got that the night before, player. So, what is your experience versus white
Basically,
Thanksgiving versus black Thanksgiving?
Basically the same. The food gets done way sooner. So like at the white
1:30,
Thanksgiving,
1 o'clock.
yeah, yeah, bro, we're eating soon, dog. Like halftime of the Lions game, the food's out. We're
Yes,
eating, and maybe an hour after that game is off, it's time to go. It's time to
everybody
go.
knows it too.
Yeah,
Ain't no
it's not gonna be ain't no spades, ain't no none of that, bro. Ain't none of that. Ain't no uncle telling them old school
no
hood stories. None of that, man. None of that.
no
The food, not the seasoning is different. Like you said, the spread is different. The Black Thanksgiving phase, those collard greens, the dressing. Oh my God, the dressing is unbelievable. Um, Again, the sweet potato pie is not even the pumpkin pie is like the bastard of sweet potato pie. It's not nearly the same taste. But again, I don't adapted to it. It's you're getting the food sooner, but you're not getting the same flavor. Like you got them cousins coming over, man, and the ones that like to indulge a little bit of the guys plant. They might sneak off and go outside for a little while, talk a little bit, come back in. So you just getting it's a different energy and a different vibe amongst the family members when the blacks get there. And that part I love a lot. It gets louder. It gets a little rocking and rolling when everybody meet up.
because listen, as many because okay, so black Thanksgiving for us, it was a turkey, it was a ham, collard
Yeah, that is
greens,
correct. That is correct. There's a ham also.
yams, yes,
Yes,
yams,
the dressing,
um, dressing for sure. The dressing
cranberry,
is
the
cooked
cranberry, the
inside
cran.
of the turkey.
Yes, yeah, and they pour. Yes, yes, yes,
It's all
yes.
in one pan.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce, candied yams. Not just
Yes,
I
yes.
done been it wasn't Thanksgiving, but I done been in places where they had just yams, and it was like, y'all not doing
They
this
get that
right
syrup.
here.
They
Like,
get the syrup on it.
man, listen, dog. Yeah. Um, two different types of roll or cornbread and rolls.
Yes,
You get
yes, black.
cornbread and
Yes,
rolls.
yes, yes. Grandma's throwing the cornbread on, bro. They're doing the
Yes.
cornbread.
And the sweet potato pies, like they go with your meal. That's not actually dessert. That's just with the meal. The dessert is actually like one year they used to have peach cobbler, another year they had apple
Ooh,
pie. Like
ooh.
it was,
God, I
yeah.
miss peach cobbler, bro.
It
God,
gets
I
it,
love peach
it gets
cobbler.
really serious, bro. What you mean you miss peach cobbler?
Because nobody out here really make it like that, bro. They don't really know really out cold peach cobbler places like that out here, man. It ain't.
See, this is the thing I be looking at guys like you that can't cook, like, but swear they tight and they smart. It's not that hard. It's literally following
It's,
instructions, especially with the internet now. Like, you ain't even gotta
bro,
call grandma for the recipe no more. They got a recipe online. You just gotta follow the instructions.
this is the thing though. I don't want to eat it. It just tastes okay. I want to
That's the
out cold
problem.
peach cobbler. I don't. I
Yeah.
want to out cold peach cobbler. I don't
So
want to
so that
okay peach cobbler.
so that takes me to my next story of how we got to now. My wife sells pies, and when we first got together, I told her like, look, ain't no Thanksgiving unless we got sweet potato pie. And you got to learn how to make this, or this is like almost like a deal breaker. Like we can't be together. So we went through. I think we went through at least like 5 experiments, and I'm like, nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Nope, nope. A little bit more brown sugar or something. That ain't it. And now she's perfected it to the point where we are. I took this around. I, I'm the head basketball coach at University City High School. This is a predominantly black city or town or whatever you want, city. Um, and I sell her pies at the school, and people are like, multiple people this year came like, she making them pies? Oh, let me get 2, 3. I'll be up there, woo, woo. Like, so it can be done. It's just gonna waste some money a little bit. It ain't
Yeah,
gonna be right.
yeah.
You got to figure it out. It's a science experiment.
It
Cooking is a
definitely is.
science
It
experiment.
definitely is. It definitely is. It takes
See,
time, patience.
and there's a problem because especially you as an older gentleman, me growing up before the internet and stuff like that, I'm watching my mama and my aunties in there, and I never seen a measuring cup at the Black Thanksgiving.
None
They
of that,
got
bro.
That's the
None of
other
that.
thing.
A
They
pinch of
making the food
this.
there. Like, yeah, they got every single cup, whatever they put it in there perfectly. No, that this literally is. They don't have any measuring cups.
No, they can smell
There's
it.
no.
Okay, now I need to do this. All that, bro. All
They
that is
using the
instinct.
same spoon that they just made the coffee with in the morning to scoop stuff, like all of that, all of it, and it's perfect. I don't know
Yes,
how. It's
yes.
perfect every time. Like,
All
how do you get this
instinct.
right every single time?
All instinct. All instinct is just a pinch of this. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
do that.
eyeballing it.
Yep. Smell, eyeball. That's it.
So,
No measure cups, none of that.
um, one of the other uh staples of us growing up and being from Detroit is that the Lions play on every Thanksgiving.
Every
Um,
Thanksgiving.
a lot of years where the Lions playing on Thanksgiving was the hallmark of the season most of the time for them because they
We were
went through
super
some tough
nasty.
years. Went through
Super
some really
nasty.
tough years. Uh, so they played today. They lost to the Packers. They're sitting at 7-5 now, and it's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
Right
you know,
now, as we speak, are the Lions in the playoffs? Right, if the season ended
no,
today.
no,
Ouch.
no,
Ouch.
no, and I can't put a exact pinpoint on what exactly it is either. Like, I don't know. I can't call it exactly the play calling. Their O line hasn't been the best this year.
So
Um,
do you think it's personnel or do you think it's coaching?
I think it's a mix of two things. First of all, you play in a first place schedule. You win first place in your division. Next year, you play a much tougher schedule.
Correct.
And when they need Golf to step up and win them a game, he has not been able to do that. That's pretty straightforward and simple right there. He has not. When they needed him, and we need you today to get on. We need to be able to get on your back today, and you carry us on to victory. He has not been able to do that.
Now let me ask you this: if the Lions do not make the playoffs this season, if you're the front office, would you move on from Golf?
I don't think you can move on from Golf because his next draft is a terrible quarterback draft. Everybody's been talking about that for the last year, like
Oh,
since the last draft.
oh
So
wow.
this is like the make or break year for him. Depending on what his contract looked like, uh,
Didn't
think
he
he got it.
just sign a? Didn't he just sign a major free agent deal 2 seasons ago?
I believe so. I'm pulling it up now.
Because
I,
correct me if
I
I'm wrong. This is his third year, and I think after his first year, he signed a new contract. And if that's the
he is
case,
in
this is year three
next
with the
year is the one
Lions.
that next year he's cuttable. Next year
Okay,
the dead cap number goes from 63 million, and he's making his cap hit next year is $69 million. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they might eat that, man. Listen. Ooh. Now they got a potential out before 2028, they say, but they can eat the dead cap and cut him before then. But next year, dog, his base salary, I think they're gonna ask him to restructure. There is no way in hell we playing you $55 million.
no,
No
no,
way.
no,
No
no,
way.
no.
No, 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 no. We got to get a restructure. And we can add some years on the back, give you some more upfront money, a signing bonus, but 55 million dog is
Which
crazy
happens in
for
the
a young
NFL.
rookie.
It happens in the NFL all the time. There's a bunch of players that they restructure to be able to make moves that season. To create more cap space. So I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I just don't believe Jared Goff is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. When you think about a team that traded assets in the NFL, draft picks are like diamonds. The Rams traded draft picks to move up to draft Jared Goff. I think number 10. After taking
No, it
10
was the number one pick.
Super Bowl, after making it to a Super Bowl and losing, they trade him and then win the
Uh,
Super Bowl the first year without him. It is telling for a team, a young quarterback, by the way, too. This wasn't a veteran quarterback. You get to the Super Bowl with a young quarterback, you're thinking, okay, we got to the Super Bowl. We didn't win. He's young. He's gonna get better. We're gonna develop him. We moved assets to acquire him. We're married to him. The Rams was like, hell no. Matt Stafford's available. We're upgrading right now. And they trade Goff to the Lions, get Matt Stafford, and win the Super Bowl that ensuing year. I just don't. If the Rams couldn't win with them with the roster that was ready made and won the Super Bowl the next year, are the Lions today? Is the Lions roster close to that Rams roster that Jared Goff had in LA that won a Super Bowl? Is the Lions roster today close to that one, in your opinion?
uh nah. Man, they had Aaron Donald, man. Aaron Donald's
He's an
pretty much the
all-time
GOAT.
great.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Like you can't really equate those two, Mo. I'm sorry. Like he was playing at the even then. Like I think he comes back and he's a top 5 player in the NFL. Like that dude, he was on a rampage. So no, I wouldn't say that. Plus they still had Cup. They had some really good wide receivers still. So no, I wouldn't say that. But man, golf, his limitations, man, as a creator, I don't think he has the strongest arm, and I just don't think he had just a heart to
The moxie in their heart
yeah.
to rise up when they need him most. I think he's an average quarterback, man, and I think the Lions made a mistake. I get why they did it. I'm not mad at them. You have some success. You go to the playoffs. You've been bad for so long. It was almost like they were forced to pay him. Because what are you gonna do next? If the Lions didn't pay him, somebody else would have paid him.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's been a good starting quarterback. It's just that once you get to Super Bowl expectations, now you expect
Mhm.
more. And you expect that to be led from the front, especially if you're making $55 million, which we've been talking about this you know, since I was
Oh man.
15 about how why would we be paying this one guy and we need 53 of them? Like, why would we pay you a 22% amount of the cap, which they're paying golf in 20
It,
next year? He'll be making 22% of the cap. How can we pay you and
there's a
you not
certain
rising to
level.
that level?
Right. There's a level of production that you have to give us to warrant paying you 20% of the cap. His level of production, it just isn't worth that. It's just a bad value. That's not a good value. Again, if you're gonna pay, the people get this twisted. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, those type of guys, Patrick Mahomes, those guys manipulate so much on the field that they can cover up some of the warts you're gonna have. Because once you start paying the quarterback that much, your depth is gone. You're not gonna have because second string guys. You're gonna have guys that was on special teams being backup players. So your depth is gone. Once your depth is gone, your quarterback has to manipulate a lot of things on the field to mask some flaws. That ain't Jared Goff, man. That ain't Jared Goff. And I feel bad for Lions fans because, I think getting to the conference championship game a couple years ago really lit a fire under them. Um, we got some idiots in our group chat that just they so drunk off that Lions Kool-Aid that I'm shocked that knowing the
Well,
Lions
this
history,
is the best era of Lions football.
hell no. Hell no. Let's be clear, man. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. The Lions with Barry Sanders, we had Barry Sanders for 10 years. The Lions went to the playoffs 5 out of those 10 years, went to a conference championship game, and went to the playoffs 3 years in a row in the era of NFL free agency. Well, that rarely happens. That rarely happens. I don't know how many teams go to the playoffs now, but when NFL free agency started in
Seven now.
1993, okay, it was 12 teams per year went to the playoffs. The next year, a minimum of 5 teams did not go from the previous year, and that went on from.
Oh no, that still is the case now. Yes.
So it used to be 12 total teams went to the playoffs. 5 of those 12 minimum. Some years it's 7 or 8. Minimum 5 teams do not go to the playoffs the next year. And the Lions did it with Barry Sanders 3 times. So I don't want to hear this shit. They're not even gonna make it to the playoffs 3 years in a row. So I don't want to hear this shit about just the best era of Lions football. Shut that shit up. I'm not listening to it no more. Now maybe next year, the draft, they can shore some holes up and get it better. We make this on record right now. This is not the best era of Lions football. That needs to stop right now.
So where they're at right now is, and I wish Theo was here. I don't know what he's doing, but I wish he was
Broke
here.
broke off from watching that debacle earlier today. These motherfuckers, let me
Next,
tell y'all something. No, let me tell the people something. Let me tell the people something. Let me tell the people something. Last Monday night, leading up to Monday
we
Night
played
Football,
Sunday night. We played Sunday
Sunday
night.
night,
We played
leading
Sunday
up to
night.
Sunday Night Football, in the group message, Frank, Easy, Theo, Boy Wonder, that's Theo's son, the Boy Wonder. Was talking all this fucking nonsense about the Lions. The game goes on. Jared Goff is absolute dog shit. Lions scored how many points, man? Was it 6 or 9?
9.
9. Lions scored 6 points. Now let me pick the people up to speed. These same motherfuckers have been talking nasty about how bad Jalen Hurts is. That's going off just every way possible, saying how bad Jalen Hurts is and how bad the Eagles offense is. And let me make it clear to you. The Eagles offense is not rolling. Let me make that clear. This
Oh,
motherfucker Jared Goff on the road scores 9 points and looks abysmal. There's no comment on how Jared Goff looks. Now a week later, now the game's over. These motherfuckers go MIA and AWOL and don't talk no NFL. There's no talk of Lions and Eagles for like a week. The
yep,
next week, Philadelphia loses.
yep.
And all night is Jalen Hurts is this. No talk of this a week ago when they just beat the Lions. Jalen Hurts is so bad, the offense is so bad, but Jared Goff just scored 9 points. But the Eagles' offense is horrible. Fast forward to today. Lions lose. Me and Rome here talking to y'all because we love the people. We can't get Merck right now. Merck is blasted drunk. Like I'm a little drunk. Merck is blasted drunk. Thieves is wallowing in his own misery. Thieves is broke off crying over watching the Lions season go down the drain. But that's what we deal with in the group chat. Now the Lions had won. Let me tell you right now, Thieves is on this podcast talking super reckless about the Lions. They lost. He's ghost, and that's what they do. That's what they do. I just want the people to know that. I just want the people to know that.
Well, in defense of my boy, I'm going to defend my boy because that's my brother. I love him still. It is
Oh shit!
Thanksgiving.
I love Thieves. That's my motherfucking dog. He fraud as a fucking $3 bill, but I love him. That don't mean I don't love him.
It is Thanksgiving.
Yes, yes.
I'm
Family
sure
time.
Theo
He's a
has
family man.
family.
He's a family man. Without a doubt.
Um,
Great dad. He's a family man. Much respect to Theo.
Me and you both are displaced from the majority of our family.
Yes.
So we don't have the same obligations of having, we are the food is still Black Thanksgiving here, but the
Not in my
party and
house.
stuff like that is real white Thanksgiving up in here. It's been we ain't playing no dominoes. Ain't no spades dragging.
No tongue.
Ain't no poker keno. Poker keno was the thing when we was there. Somebody gonna get this money. We gonna gamble this money. I grew up with some gamblers, dog. They gonna gamble this money. So he may be doing that, and I'm sure he's down to jump on the pod and answer any of your questions. Probably Sunday night we'll get another one cracking. I just had to defend my boy real quick.
Much love Theo. I love him. No, listen, I love Theo. I love him. That motherfucker fraud, but I love him though. I love him. Not but, and he fraud. Not but. There's no but. I love Theo.
Speaking of Theo and his fandom, we got a big game tomorrow. It's a game that's even growing up in Detroit, it's a game you can't avoid. Nationally,
No doubt.
You can't avoid it. Michigan, Ohio State tomorrow. For 4 years in a row, Michigan has beaten Ohio State. It's been 2,161 days. They have been blasting it everywhere since to today, since they've last lost to Ohio State. And Ryan Day, coming off a national championship, might be coaching for his job.
I'll say this. I think had he not won a national championship last year,
he would have been fired.
Yeah, I think had Ryan Day lost in the first and second round of the playoff last year, he'd have been fired. I think this year the game has to be competitive. I think they would take a loss. They won't take a blowout loss. If Michigan blows out Ohio State, I would expect Ryan Day to get fired. I would expect him to get fired. If it's a close loss, I think they'll keep him.
They're saying Jeremiah Smith might not play either.
Ooh.
Hey, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Man. They talking about letting A.J. Brown go. I'll let A.J. Brown go for him. Yes, sir, I will. Yes, sir, I will. Yeah. That's my dog. I love him to death. I'm going to get an A.J. Brown jersey regardless. But I'll let him go for that motherfucker. That Jeremiah Smith is nasty.
He's out cold, man. He's an elite college wide receiver. I don't know. You think he's going to project good in NFL? Because I thought Marvin Harrison would do a lot better.
Well, you know how it is for wide receivers, though. Like, only the super special ones can go out there with, who was my dog out there with, dog?
That Munchkin. He was that Munchkin. I know what you said. Take a solid quarterback.
No, I'm talking about my dog Calvin. Who was he out there with?
Oh, John Kitna. Some of that Orlowski. Orlowski, John Kitna. Oh, he has some nasty quarterbacks.
And it's still like, man, you better double team him. I know.
Yeah, he had some awful quarterbacks. Until he got Stafford, he had some awful quarterbacks.
Oh, remember Stafford was injured like the first 2-3 years.
Yeah, he was shining out. He was shining out. Yeah, it was shining out the first 2 years.
Yeah. So who you got in the game?
Ooh. Ohio State.
I think Michigan do it again, dog.
You think so? Listen, as much as I think the talent is still heavy OSU, I don't know what it's been. Even with Sharon Moore, and I don't think that highly of him as a
Last
coach.
year was a bigger
Yes,
talent discrepancy than
yes,
this year
and they
was.
still
Shit,
won, and Michigan
they
still
still
won.
won. Yeah.
That's the thing that, and again, a talent discrepancy, and I don't think much of Sharon Moore as a coach, and they still won. So man, I just wrong. It's mind boggling to me that Ohio State can be that much more talented, and the coach, who I do think Ryan Day is better than Sharon Moore, and they still losing. So I think it's gonna be Ohio State tomorrow. I'm going with Ohio State. That's a big matchup. It's a huge matchup.
So, look, college hoops. Shout out to my boy Ladon. You'll get him on the pod. Corey's gonna be making his return back here soon. We're gonna really dive into some college hoops and pro
Along
prospects. We'll get
along
both of them.
along with Merck, Freakazoid down. Y'all know what that is. Y'all know what that is.
Yeah. Michigan State basketball and Michigan basketball seem to be on a collision course. I've
Woo!
seen both. Both look very, very good. Shout out to Jeremy Fears Jr., who is
The floor
my favorite
general,
player in college basketball. Yeah, that's my guy too, man. I've known him since he was a sophomore in high school. Always was
pass
a true
first point
point
guard.
guard.
Yeah, it
Yeah, a
just
true
delivers it
floor general
on
point guard.
time, on target.
Tough,
Uh, Tough
tough.
as
Can
nails. Can
defend.
defend. Yeah, no doubt about
Yeah,
it, man.
high IQ, knows
Yes.
everything that's going on. I hate to say it, but he's got the best qualities of Chris Paul. He don't have the dirty, nut punchy qualities that Chris Paul has, or you
But
know,
definitely the leadership, the IQ, the passing.
he won't be at EYBL game and is 10 seconds on the shot clock and he calling out that is 7, is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He won't be doing that.
No, that's not Jeremy.
He won't
I,
be
let
he won't be injuring himself trying to get an offensive foul charge and flopping and pulling a hamstring.
me, let me say this, and you
He
know
won't
I'm a
be
Mich-
taking a two piece from Rajon Rondo because
that was funny. Already got two pieces. Let me say this. I am really surprised with Michigan State this season because I thought it was gonna be a rebuild year. Using losing Jace Richardson and revamping what we revamped with. I did not think we'd be this good. Um, I give Tom Izzo credit that in the day of the transfer portal and NIL, Tom Izzo is going the other route. Tom Izzo is recruiting 3.5, 4-star guys, developing them and getting them better. And my expectation for Tom Izzo is this: let's challenge for a natty at least once every 4 years. Like you got a class, develop them, get them better, and try to challenge for a natty once every 4 years. We'll try to win a Big Ten and challenge for a natty because he's not playing the NIL, so he's not going to get 5-star recruits. Although he had one last year, I don't know what the hell happened with Elijah Booker, but it, typically Izzo doesn't recruit 5-star players, and even it's even less now with NIL because Izzo's not he's not making relationships transactional to get players. So I'm really surprised. But when you look at it, he's got third and 4-year players that know the system, that have continuity, that play off each other, that defend, that rebound, they play unselfish. So it's the blueprint that Michigan State basketball has been built on for 30 years. They're still doing the same thing and it's working right now. I'm not surprised beating Arkansas. I thought they was some young punks. I am surprised beating Kentucky and beating North Carolina. And not surprised we won in the way we won, where we manhandled both of them. That's surprising. Not that we won, that we manhandled both teams.
yeah, and it's funny you bring up Izzo kind of sticking to his traditional, getting 3, 4 year guys that he can develop. I mean, he's taking some swing at some higher level talent for sure. I mean, Jace Richardson is going to be a 2 year
Yes.
pro in the league, I believe. He just got to find his foot in the league. But um, Michigan, conversely, is doing a polar opposite. They in the
Yeah.
portal, they got Elliot Casu from North Carolina. They got Morez Johnson from
He looking
Illinois.
nice. He
Yeah,
looking
Morris
nice.
Johnson, man. That's a you know this. I coached the EYBL for years, and I'm having nightmares of a lot of guys just walking around right now because um, we played Elliot Casu, and Elliot was on the team with him and Tahai Pettiford, I believe, was on the same team, Auburn guard, and we beat them. But Morris Johnson played for Chicago Mean Streets, and we lost to them 15U in group play. And if we had to beat them, we'd have been better positioned to get in the Peach Jam. Because we lost to them, we had to play um, Tyler Hero's team that had
Out
Con
of
Knipple.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, they had Con Knipple. So that didn't go well. Con Knipple, we were up 8 points with a minute and 30 left. Con Knipple hit a three. Con Knipple got an and one. Con Knipple got a steal and passed it off to his partner for a layup, and that's how we went into overtime. So
Wow.
yeah, this group of guys, man, I've been blessed to be around and coach with this crop of people that's in college right now. And it's a lot of it's some success stories too. Some guys that caught some L's. Looking at you, Kyan Anthony, they caught an L against us. But he's a really good player. It was
Yes,
funny because
yes.
Melo was salty and he was mad that they lost. And I'm like, man, I'm getting at that for Melo. Like he was going through the little layup line and shit, and he was on the baseline. I went right to him because I was a head coach too. Assistant coach, I probably would have kept it pushing, but head coach, like, nah, you gonna what's up, cuz? I know you mad. That's all right.
Let me ask you this: Chicago Mean Streets, isn't that D Rose's old team?
Yes, him and Eric Gordon played on the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah,
Chicago Mean Streets
yeah.
team. Yeah, Mean Streets is Michigan ties, the Ty Streets. That's him. He's a 17-year head coach.
Wow,
Yep, that's all him.
wow,
Yep.
wow. World is
Um,
small.
So yeah, Michigan State, the state of Michigan is doing really, really well at basketball. No, nothing short of the Detroit Pistons. Um,
Oh
just
man.
rolled off 13 straight, lost a tough one. Came Mr. Free Throw late against Boston.
And I'm
Um,
not tripping. I'm not tripping on that. I mean, like, do I
no,
wish he would have
no,
made
no,
it?
no.
Yeah, but the reality is this, man. Like, I don't care who you pick, Larry Bird, Jordan, whoever you say, they didn't make every shot every time, bro. It's a growth process. It's a growth process. I love how Cade is leading. I love how Cade is playing. He's looking like a top three MVP candidate. Um, and I'll be honest, me and Ron talked about this since we got Cade. I wasn't sure about Cade. And Ron was like, man, I just believe in his pedigree. I believe how it work. I know it ain't looking like it now, but I think he's gonna get there. And I'm coming like, he's there. He's there. And
They still got
last
room
night
to get
game,
better.
yeah, yeah, and I think he will because he got a work ethic.
Mhm.
Um, I just hope that he takes it serious because I didn't like the slick shit that Jalen Brown said a couple years ago about the Pistons, and how grimy he was talking last night after the win. After Boston won, Cade missed got fouled with no time left, three free throws, made the first two, missed the third one, and Jalen Brown said ball don't lie in the post game interview, and I hope Cade takes it serious. I hope Cade circles playing Boston every year, and we need to give it to Boston. If we don't lose, we don't beat nobody else. Beat Boston every time we play them. And just it was a good game. We still alive to advance in the NBA Cup. We got to beat Orlando. I'm loving where the Pistons are. The thing that is now, I'm gonna ask you this, Rome, as a coach. Me and Rome are both high school coaches, so we know it's different NBA. But now you're trying to incorporate Jaden Ivey into a team that was rolling. Last night, my boy Backwoods, Javante Green, didn't play as much. Neither did Roscoe Jenkins, trying to get Ivy incorporated. Now, Rome, if you're the coach, and that JB Bickerstaff has said with everybody back, he's going to play a 12-man rotation. Me and you both know there is no such thing as a fucking 12-man rotation in basketball. Now, this is a delicate place where the Pistons are. What would you do with Jaden Ivey coming back and the chemistry you have rolling right now, where you've won all these games with him out? How would you approach it?
Well, the first question you got to retort back to you is like, do you think that was a reason why they lost? I don't think that was a reason why they lost, though. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
agree with you.
He's a
Agree
quarterback.
with you. 1,000%.
And,
One thousand
and I
percent.
think you would agree that Jaden Ivey is surely a better NBA player than both of those guys. Now,
Correct. Probably, maybe
how that
combined.
so how do you get the chemistry to be the same way if you don't play him? Is the question that you got now. Like you have to play him. You absolutely do, and you got to take the bumps to come with that, and hope the product is out better by May or by April. But then it is now. Like, and it's just part of one of the things. I believe they won the first two games when Ivy came back.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
I think it's something you have to do. If you believe that
No,
he's a better player, and I mean he is, he's a better player than them. Those guys
he's a better.
understand what their role are on the team, and you figure out how to mesh it all. But I just think it's an embarrassing. But Richards on the wing anyway, and where the minutes can be had is at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Correct. Correct. They got Paul
So how do you
Reed.
fix that part is the question because you
Yeah.
have Ivy, Cade, Ryan, Osser, Jenkins, Green, Robinson, Levert. Am I missing anybody?
No, that's everybody. You said
Eight
Ivy, right? You
wings.
said, yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Ivy was the
Somebody got
first.
to
That's
go.
8
Yeah,
wings.
somebody got to go. Somebody got
Too
to
many
go.
wings.
And to your point with Ivy is this. Let's be very clear. The best version of the Pistons would be Jaden Ivey playing at an all-star level. Like Jaden Ivey at his best helps the Pistons win better than Javante Green at his best or Jenkins at his best. He just does for a playoff championship caliber team, a better Jaden Ivey, you have a higher ceiling with a better Jaden Ivey. So I get it. I get it. It's just that chemistry is delicate, man. It's very delicate.
But I think the conversation is how much did it affect the defensive end? Because I think that what this has been what this has been built on so far. And Frank writes in that Levert needs to go. I,
Then he said, I'm with that. Gerald Levert can go. He can go, bro. He can go. He
but
can go.
it's built on the defensive end, and Ivy has to make sure that doesn't dip. That doesn't
Correct.
dip. And um, he is not the best defender in the world, but when you have Isaiah Stewart playing to the level, Cade has been a quality defender. Osser is
Also, is an elite defender.
yeah, he's an elite defender. You know, and you got to figure out how do we get Cade off the ball a little bit more full time. You just got to, man. And because
Yeah.
you've seen what the game plan is going to be. I can tell you right now what every team is going to be if it stays status quo.
They're, go- they're
And
going to
they
pick
didn't
him
have
up full
Ivy last
court.
year in the playoffs. They're going to pick him up full court. And they're going to make him use his legs to bring the ball down. And then once you get the play started, you give it up. We're going to hope that we can deny and force the ball away from him at all times. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to live with the results with the other guys. So hopefully Ivy can add that change of speed. But the Pistons just in a great spot. Like, even with
Absolutely.
that said, they still number
Absolutely.
one in the East. And the East just don't have much that you should be afraid of. And I think whatever in house that they believe that they need to do to improve the team, whatever that is, they need to go find that. I don't think
Yes.
you I don't think you go past a deadline with Tobias Harris on the roster.
But now you ask another question. Okay, so now if you're Trajan Landon, the vice president of operations of the Pistons, at the trade deadline, if we're still the number one seed, do you ride out what you have, or do you three options? Ride out what you have is one option. Two, add a tweak of a veteran player that can maybe take that can add value, or three, get somebody who's going to put us over the top. Which would you do if you're trading Landon?
The first conversation I'm having is, and he can sign if they value him as a player to be around because he's from his whole career, he came in like a veteran. Like Tobias Harris has been a grown up his entire year, great
He's one of
locker
the
room
locker room
guy,
leaders. Absolutely, the
real
locker room leader
pro.
on the Pistons.
I
Yes.
go to him and straight up ask him like, "Do you want the extension for a lot less money to be signed now to stay?" And we lock you in for another 3-year deal, 14,
Team
13
friendly.
million a year.
Team
Very team
friendly.
friendly, very movable. If we need to move you, we can. But I'm not letting that money just come off the books for no reason. Like I'm getting something to replace that money on the books. Something. So even if it's something that's short term that we're gonna move again. Like I'm taking a swing at
I got no
something
problem
else
with that.
on the
Yeah.
books for that 25 million. That's where I'm at with it. Like I don't
Okay,
think you make a major move like the rumor and again, I wish this pod was up because I was saying this year before last, damn near, like Lauri Markkanen is the best fit for the Pistons to go along with Cade, but he make and
$48
what they're
million.
saying is, yeah, you make $48 million, you're gonna plug that into the team and expect to get better than what you are. That's just unreasonable, and people gonna be looking around. Well, what the hell you do that for? I don't think you make that move because the juice ain't worth the squeeze. That's not, if
Especially the
you
way we're looking right now. The way we're
yeah,
looking right now, like because
they're
again,
they're
if
what
the move
they're what 14-2.
14-3.
14-3. So if you won 14 out of your first 17 games, let's say that you win 10 out of the next 17 after you make the trade, right? They're 15-3. Let's say you win
We storming the
11
castle.
out of the
We
next
storming the
18.
castle.
People
We
going like,
storming the
well, yeah,
castle.
what'd you do that for?
Yep. 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 I'm with you. I get what you're saying. Myself personally, let me go on record right now. I do not think this team, as is, um, can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't believe so. However, the game's got to be played. The game's got to be played. Um, but the way they're playing, if I'm trading Landon, I would give those guys the opportunity to show me whether or not they can win it or not. Now, my thing is this: if we go to the playoffs, if we get to the conference finals, okay, you know what? We got something good here. I'll keep the core together, and we'll try to make a push next year. If we lose in the first or second round, it's gonna be a major move. And I'm gonna make this clear. Oklahoma City 2 years ago had the number one seed in the West. They lost in the second round. That following offseason, they added a starter in free agency and Josh Hartenstein. They added a starting center, and they added a sixth man and Alex Caruso from a team that had the number one seed in the West. They could have easily said, Chet gonna be better, he gonna be older, J Doug gonna be better, he gonna be older, SGA's playing at a high level. Let's keep it together and see how it looks. Sam Presti, to his credit, said, no, that's not good enough. We're gonna upgrade the talent and we're gonna make a push. So I say that to, if we get to the conference finals, I'm fine with keeping everything together and pushing it again next year. If we lose prior to the Eastern Conference Finals, a major move needs to be made. A major move. You can't be the number one seed and lose to a 4 or 5 seed. You're not close. If you're the number one seed and you lose to the 4 or 5 seed, you're not close. And you need a major change, not a tweak.
Yeah, no, you got to see how this year plays out. They found their number 2, I believe, with Jalen Duran. Me and Theo
I
talked
think
about
he's a
this before.
three. I think he's a three, but he's playing well for two. Let's make it clear. I personally think he's a playoff three, but right now, if the season is right now, Jalen Duren is all NBA. Right now, we speaking right now.
That's a 2. Like, and he's
That's a
gonna
two.
get better.
That's a
Like,
two. That's a two. That's a two. That's a two. That's a two.
and
He's balling. He's balling.
and that's the thing though. Like with big man, like you can see a guard that starts off hot and he's shooting the ball hot. He got a great rhythm. With bigs though, it's usually like
They
they
start
keep
slow.
going because when they get that point, it keep going because of the type of shots that he's getting. I mean, he's getting mostly dunks. What's going to change
Yes.
from him getting these dunks?
Yes.
Are these teams going to get some? Is David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, and Dikembe going to walk through the door with these 3 teams? Like I don't know. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
I
agree
don't
with
think
you.
that
I
changes.
agree with you.
So what he does is something that's translatable and something that's long lasting. So it's not something that you think you go into it thinking you're going to lose.
Yeah, he's getting cashed out this offseason. He's getting cashed out. He's a long
So
term Piston.
yeah, for sure. Again, man, I told them in the group, this ain't a negotiation no more.
No, these are the
Not.
numbers.
Like the numbers are the
This
numbers. He's gonna get the number, whatever the maximum of that number is, flat
that's
out.
that's what
That's
he's
what you
getting,
have to
and
do
he
now,
earned
and
it,
that
and he earned it, and he earned it.
and that's the gamble with going into the season and not signing him to an extension beforehand. They
Correct,
wanted to see to
correct,
make sure.
correct,
Okay,
correct.
now you are sure. What comes with sure is a max contract that if he hits all NBA, adds another 40 million to it.
Yes, yes. Because again, you could have signed him probably 5 years, 4 years, 150 this past offseason. You could have got him for something way cheaper. But Trajan wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. And they wanted to play it out. So you roll the dice. You roll the dice, this can happen.
What the
You have
contract
a
looks like is 5 years, 185 now, five
yes.
years, 240 if he makes all NBA.
If he makes
That's
all
what the
NBA.
contract.
And right now, he's looking like he's 13 all NBA.
Yeah. So, to close us out, or well, not close us out, but to round out the sports, because I know you probably got something that you want to throw in at the end. To round out sports for this last part, what in the NBA other than the Pistons is shocking you right now that says which way you want to go?
Oh my God, man. Listen, you're gonna laugh at this. Um, um, SGA in Oklahoma City are just blowing my mind right now. Um, Listen, they're the champs. And me and you talked about this. Once you win it, there's a confidence that you gain that just elevates the entire team once you win a title, you know. But for them to do this, and Jalen Williams, there's their third team All NBA player who just coming back right now. He's just playing tonight, his first game of the season. For them to
Tomorrow,
lose this
tomorrow, tomorrow in
tomorrow, I'm
Phoenix.
sorry,
Yep.
tomorrow in Phoenix. Yep, tomorrow in Phoenix. He's coming back tomorrow, and for them to play at the level they've been playing at without him, that's the biggest surprise to me. Like if you would have told me that Jalen Williams, which I think they kind of held him out, so they had to pay the kickers, the escalators for the All NBA. That's a whole other topic. But if you would have told me before the season, you said Mo, Jalen Williams is not going to play until game number. I think they're 15-1 or 16-1. If you'd have told me he
18 and
wasn't
1.
playing if you'd have told me he's not playing the first 19 games, I'm going to say Oklahoma City is 13-6, maybe 12-7. Because that's how important piece Jalen Williams was in the playoffs to them and just overall. So for them to lose one game and he's been gone this long, that to me is the biggest surprise. That's the biggest surprise amongst a lot of positive surprises in the league. But that's to me the number one. Just watching Oklahoma City and they're pounding teams. I could be wrong. I think Shea Gilgeous Alexander has sat out maybe like 8 to 10 fourth quarters.
Hmm.
They're beating the brakes off of teams. He's not even playing in the fourth quarter. So to me, Rome, that's my
I
biggest
think right
surprise other
now,
than the Pistons.
if this stays the course, they got the highest point differential in league history. It's
That's
ridiculous.
it. That's it. That's it. Because there's some
Bro,
teams that have some really high point differentials. The 96 Bulls they had a sick point differential, bro. They had a sick point
I
differential.
forget who it is, but I know for a fact. Matter of fact, I think it's the Jazz. Dog. I know they got the Clippers pick, they had the Jazz pick, and they got a third pick. Right now, I seen the other day. I don't know if it's accurate right now, but the other day I looked at something, and they were scheduled to get 3 lottery picks in a
Man,
loaded draft.
impress
In a
impress you gonna
loaded
take.
draft.
Yeah, this is
This
a loaded
draft,
drive.
and we're
Yeah, this
gonna
is a
hit
loaded
and we're
drive.
gonna deep dive into it. But this is the
Yes.
most loaded draft of all time.
This
I'm
is a
calling it
loaded
right now.
drive.
I'm calling it
This is
right
a
now, and it might not have a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael
right,
Jordan,
right.
Magic Johnson
No,
level
no, no.
player at the top, but as far
But
as
it's got
top
a
to bottom,
lot. Yeah, it's a lot of quality. A lot of
a
quality. A lot
lot
of
of
quality.
quality. Like
Yeah.
I think it's literally like 20 NBA starters in the first 25 picks.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at and see. I'm gonna do some research to find like the number of multi-time All Stars because this draft is gonna have a lot, maybe 8 to 9 multi-time All Stars. Guys that go to the All Star game more than once. And this is a loaded draft, man. Like you said, I don't think it has the top end to it, but the depth and the quality. So if you got the 13th pick, even the 15th pick, you can get somebody good out of that draft, man. Like this is not gonna be one of those drafts where if you don't have a top 4 or 5 pick, you're just getting trashed. There's a lot. Like now, don't get me wrong. If I'm Pressy, I'm moving up. I'm taking those picks, and I'm trying to move up. But this draft has a lot of quality in it. A lot of quality. It's not just Boozer and the brother at BYU. It's a lot of Koa Pete. There's a lot of good picks in this draft.
Yeah, and my shock or my surprise, very very harsh on them before today, but uh the Lakers, man, they started out 13-4. Their point
Ooh,
differential
brother.
was pretty nasty at plus 3.5,
He's-
which is not
ooh.
great at all. You know what I'm saying, to have that good a record, but that's not how you judge the games. Is you win the game.
Win or
Win the
lose,
game sometime.
right? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
it. Right.
um,
We can win by a half point or 50 points. It's only one win, regardless how many points you beat them by.
it is like even watching him play, and still looks effective and can move, and he looks good. It is clear that this is the end for LeBron. Like I just can't see him winning.
Yeah. The
It's
thing I give LeBron credit, and this is
probably
why I'm gonna
next
give him
year. I think
credit.
next year is gonna be the.
I think next
I
year
think
he's
he's
gonna
gonna go through
announce
this
it.
year. Yeah,
Yeah, and then he's gonna announce it next year and do a farewell tour. I give him credit, and it kind of upsets me. He's finally giving the ball up. Since he's come back, you can see that he's doing a much better job of letting Luca dictate, playing off of Luca. I've never
I
seen
don't
LeBron
think you
off the
have a
ball this
choice,
much.
man. Well,
Oh, no question.
he hasn't played with anybody before that's that much better than him.
That's true.
And this is the
That's true.
first time he's ever
That
played with anybody that's this much better than him. This is the first time
that's a
ever.
fact.
When he
Yeah,
got to the
seriously.
Cavs, he was the best player on the Cavs day one walking in the door.
Yes.
This is the
Yes.
first time he's played with somebody that is immensely better than him. Like Wade and
Yes.
him, like he was a better player than Wade. Wade just had more pedigree and understood
Right. 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 Right.
championship stuff and get it done in the playoffs. But he was always better than Dwayne Wade. He's always
Yes.
better than
No
Kyrie.
question.
He's
No
always
question.
better
No question.
than Anthony Davis. Right now, dog, it's like you got to. Like
Yeah, he's
you're not real at all if you're not looking at just on y'all day to day. Like they scrimmage and LeBron got purple and Luca got yellow. Luca's fucking them
yellow's
up.
winning.
I don't know. I
Yellow's
don't even know if
blasting him,
yellow
bro.
wins. Like it
Yellow.
depends on how the squad go. It depends on how the
Yeah.
squad is. Yeah.
Luke got to levitate, man. No, no, listen. I watched some of it, and again, I give LeBron credit for the first time in his career. He's fallen in line with I'm not the best player. Like I thought LeBron coming back would hurt their chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like and hurt their flow. I give them credit. They're looking really good with LeBron taking a back seat to Austin Reeves and Luca. And you're right. That's a huge surprise because I didn't think LeBron would do that. And I didn't think they would defend it the way that they are. And I definitely didn't think they'd be 13-4. I definitely didn't think that. So definitely a big surprise.
Yeah. So what you got to close us out? Do you have anything extra?
I don't got nothing. I did have something extra, man, but that Grey Goose got my head so twisted that I done forgot. Y'all know I'm old, y'all. So you add the old age, plus all that Grey Goose and lemonade, and I jerked the check, man. I done forgot. And I had something too. I'm so pissed.
Just for all transparency, I think he lying. I think he said he been drinking all day. I don't think he gave one consideration to a closer for the day. I don't think he gave one consideration. I think he just straight up just lied to y'all right in y'all face that quickly, that easily. He's like, I could have, I should have.
To the people I love, y'all. That is not true. That is not true. I'm 57. I'm old. I've been drinking.
You're
All that.
57.
Yes. Yes, dog.
God,
I'm not no. Yeah. I'm 57, man. And you add some Grey Goose to lemonade to that, bro. It does things to the mind. Plus all the other stuff. I'm not gonna get into that. Um, my point is though, man, I forgot. I had something and I forgot, and I promise y'all, I would not do that going forward.
so, um, I'm not even gonna promise them. I'm gonna just say that it was just suggested that we're gonna do a Black Rewatchables here soon. Uh, Merc, we supposed to do above the rim, but it's gonna be whoever show up first between above the rim and training day.
We're doing training day.
Probably
We're
be this
doing training day.
weekend. We're doing
We're gonna do
training day.
training day.
Probably this weekend. So look out for that. Look out for the return of Theo. I'm sure he's getting the messages and gonna listen to this pod. and have a lot to say. And
And we
shout out to
love him and
Merk.
we
Merk
miss him. And
Merk trying to work on his schedule so he can get to his real job, which is Camp 8 podcast.
and we need him. We need him, man. We love them. They
Yeah.
both bring a lot to the table, and it's a better show with them. So love both of them. Need both of them to make Camp 8 the best it can be.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Much blessing to y'all. We see y'all